You guys cook at home or bake anything at home? Yeah?
Me and my
What do you
make cookies.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thanks for letting me come to your class today. We always use our hands when I'm here, don't we? And sometimes we make things with our hands, and sometimes we make things that we can eat. And today we are going to make something that we can eat. Now, it's just about time for a holiday when friends and family gather together and we eat good food together. Thanksgiving. But before Thanksgiving, you probably had pumpkins at your house for something else. You carved them for what? Halloween. You carved them for Halloween. Well, today we're going to talk about a different type of pumpkin. Not a pumpkin that we carved for Halloween, but a pumpkin that you use to make pumpkin pie, right? And I'll have you come up here and help me make this pumpkin pie that we're going to make. And instead of having pumpkin pie like this, we're going to make pumpkin pie in a cup. And you will each get to eat it. And if you want, we'll even put whipped cream on it. By the way, whipped cream comes from milk. And where does milk come from? Cows. You are so right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to make pumpkin pie in a bag. And would you mind coming up with me? And would you mind coming up with me? And I know that we are going to have everybody up doing some things. So tell us who you are.
Alexis.
Alexis and?
Akila.
Oh, I'm so glad to have helpers in my kitchen today. So if we're going to make pumpkin pie, what do you think we should start with?
The pumpkin.
The pumpkin, right? That's the most important thing. So we're just going to take this pumpkin and we're going to put it in a bag. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Does it? Why not? Why
Because
can't we?
it wouldn't fit. It would break the bag.
It wouldn't fit. It would break the bag. And do you think we can just eat it like this?
No.
No, not at all. So did you know that we can take a pumpkin like this and we can chop it all up into pieces and roast it in the oven? And when it's all done, we can scrape it out, and this is what it looks like. This is a pumpkin pie pumpkin. Now, do you take your own pumpkins and do you scrape them all out after you bake them?
Yeah.
No. I don't. I would love to, but this is what I like to do. Have you ever seen this? Yeah, this is pumpkin in a can. And this pumpkin is from Libby's. And did you know that Illinois is #1 at growing canned pumpkins? It's called the Dickinson pumpkin. And Libby's is right here in Illinois, and they can pumpkins so that we can have pumpkin pie everything. So we have to have pumpkin. You're absolutely right. So before we do that, though, we're going to make this in a bag, not a pan, not a bowl. We're going to do this in a bag. So here's what we'll do. We're first going to take a can of pumpkin. Are you ready for that? Okay. And then we're going to need some vanilla pudding. Now, vanilla pudding you can buy just about anywhere. It's the instant vanilla pudding. And do you know what vanilla pudding does?
Yeah.
It makes things thick. And we want to have, it makes it tasty and thick. And yes, and do you know, smell this. What does it smell like? Does it smell good?
I want to smell.
It smells kind of like vanilla frosting to me. Does that smell good?
Yeah,
like
that
this?
smells like my vanilla.
Does it? It smells a little like vanilla frosting. You want to try?
Banana pudding.
You know what? You would use this type of thing in banana pudding too. So we need that. And then we need another really important ingredient, and that is milk. And we just talked about milk comes from a cow. This is called whole milk because I love whole milk. Now we're going to use that also to mix in our pumpkin pie. So are you ready? Okay, now we're gonna do this really carefully so we don't make a big mess. Would you mind, girls, using some hand sanitizer for me? Because you know, washing our hands and keeping our hands clean is so important. Did you see me put a bag inside of a bag?
Yeah.
You know what this is for?
So it doesn't get too messy.
That's right, because did you know one time I was making this and it popped and I had pumpkin pie, not in the cups, Not in my tray, all over me. And you don't want to eat pumpkin pie off of me.
Yeah,
That would not taste delicious. That would be messed up. So would you take this pudding and put it in? Now I'm making a big batch for a big group. The whole thing, dump it on in there. There goes that vanilla pudding. Now, yeah, good. Keep going. Dump that all in. Now, boys and girls, you can just set that on the table. What color is it right now?
White.
It's kind of a white color, isn't it?
It gets whitish.
Something real, it's kind of a tan color. It
gets
is.
whitish.
Let's see what happens when we add a little milk, because I think this is a little bit of magic. It is to me anyway. That vanilla pudding turns into magic. Now, you know what this is, right?
Yeah. A measuring cup.
A measuring cup, right? And
Jillian's
I'll bet you have these at home. And we measure different things with our measuring cup. Today we're going to measure
How much milk?
We're going to measure milk, right? So when we look at the measuring cup, we're looking for something that looks like this. What does that say?
2 cups.
2 cups. And then we're going to hop up just a little bit more where it says 2 2/3. Okay? So I'll set it right here so you can see. And you tell me when I get to 2 2/3, right under the 3. So stay down so everybody can see. Here we go. You tell me when I get there. Okay. Right now I'm at, how many cups am I at right now?
1 cup.
1 cup. Here we go. Let's keep pouring. Where am I right now?
2 cups.
2 cups. Now I got to go a little bit farther. Tell me when to stop. I'm still pouring. Still pouring.
Stop.
Stop. Is that 2 2/3?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You guys are so good at this. Now, this is the tricky part. Mrs. Kaper's going to do the hold because we don't want this to fall.
Yeah.
And would you do the pour this time? I want you to pour this in slowly. Yep. Watch what's happening to the color of our pudding.
It's turning like brown.
It's kind of turning. Do you think it's brown? Keep watching. Keep watching. You think it's orange?
Yeah, because at the bottom it's a little
I wonder why
orange.
it's turning orange. Oh, she's good at pouring so slowly because I didn't want it in my shoes. Good. Perfect. Now it looks white, doesn't it? It means it's orange a little bit because it's not mixed yet. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to zip this bag shut. I'm zipping it shut, and then I'm going to zip the outside bag shut like this. And then before I shake it, I'm going to have my friends down here help me. Now, what you're going to do is you're just going to take your hands and you're going to move it. Get it? Move it like a cow. You're going to move it and pinch it and mix it up. Can you do that? Move it and mix it. I'll come around to each person. Now, I always think of this like milking a cow. When the farmer goes out to the barn, he has to milk the cow. He has to pinch and move and get that milk going. So now, mix it up for me. Yep. Oh, you're doing so good. All right, how about you? Give it a try. Yes. Oh, yes. Now, we haven't even added our most important ingredient, but I want this mixed really good. Now, it's starting to get nice and thick. You girls give it a little squeeze too. Yep. Is it getting a little thicker? Yeah. And now what color is it?
Orange.
It's kind of a yellow color like that vanilla pudding, but it's about to turn orange because what are we going to add?
Pumpkin.
We're going to add the pumpkin. Now, I need your help for the pumpkin. This pumpkin is beautifully orange. Do you see it? Yeah.
Don't let it fall out.
Beautifully orange. I won't let it fall out. But compare that to this pumpkin. Are they different colors?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes certain pumpkins are oranger than others, but it will still do the same thing and taste the same way. All right, you know what this is?
Yeah, a
Spatula. So will you scrape? And I want to make sure everybody can see here. Will you scrape this pumpkin into the pudding there? Now what color will it probably turn?
Orange.
It will probably turn orange, you're right. Does it smell kind of good? It'll smell even better in just a minute. So now we're gonna work that pumpkin in. Do you wanna give that a squeeze? Because we've gotta get that worked in now. Is it really thick now? Has it changed?
Yeah.
See if you think. Has it changed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It has changed. Let's see if we can get some help down here, too. It's really changing now. It's super thick, and we've got to get that really mixed in. Not too hard. Just be gentle. Just be gentle. Oh, yeah. It feels different than the last time, doesn't it? Yeah. Now, here's the last thing. Do you know, when we talked about pumpkin pie, when I was here another time, do you remember what we said we add to pumpkin pie to make it super delicious? Pumpkin spice. Do you remember what's in pumpkin spice? Do you remember?
Tree branches.
Ooh, there's cinnamon. Yeah, and that comes from bark. Nice thinking. What else? There were 4 spices. We talked about cinnamon, nut. Do you remember? Nutmeg. Do you remember another one?
The stuff that comes out that tree.
Yeah, that's cinnamon. Cloves, those were little flower buds from a tree. And the last one was ginger. Do you remember that one? Well, pumpkin pie spice can be a lot of different combinations of those. So I've got some here. Can you put it in there and scoop 1 teaspoon? Right in. And when you bring it out over the top, there you go. You wipe it off. That's perfect. Now, we have the magic combination right now. It is going, oh, I can smell it already. It smells so good. We're gonna mix it up again, and then we are good to go for our little snack. But I know, and you know, when you have pumpkin pie, it always starts out with this right around it. What is this?
Crust.
That's called the crust. Now, we don't have a pumpkin pie crust. We have something else.
You gotta put it in a cup.
We are going to put it in a cup, but we have to have a crust. So we have graham crackers. Now, graham crackers are just like cookies, right? And what we do in this activity is we crush up the graham crackers with a rolling pin. Will you roll these out with a rolling pin and see if you can get them nice and crumbly? And I'm going to finish mixing this mix up. Oh, yeah. Oh, we might have to hold the oh, look at you. Yep, roll it. And even if you have to do this a little bit.
Lexi. I probably have to bang it.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll be okay. Gently. There you go. Are we getting some crumbs?
Yep.
Now we're talking. Get
still at
those
the
crumbs. There's still some big ones because we don't want big chunks in there, do we? Oh, I like the way you're working together. What do you think about this now? How's it looking? Does it look like pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take it.
Oh, good girls. They're crunching it up. They're making a crust. Okay, so now, ladies, I need one more thing here. I want you both to take your teaspoon, and I want you to put a little bit of crust at the bottom of the cup. Are you getting hungry yet?
Yeah.
I am too. It's going to be so good. You're starving. Well, I'm about to feed you some good pumpkin pie. So now they're putting the crust in and making it so beautiful. So boys and girls, this is what the finished pie looks like. Now, how do you think I get this pie out of the bag into the cups? Because this could be really messy, right? I have a little secret. When you have the cups ready, what do you think I'm gonna do?
Cut it and put
Cut the bottom. Yeah, and we're gonna squeeze it out. I see you've been in the kitchen before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do, and it looks a little like frosting when I put it in there. Yeah, like frosting. Now, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna move that away from the tip for right now, and then I'm gonna cut it like this, just like you said. I'm gonna put some pumpkin pie in the cups. Oh my goodness.
I'll go put it in the oven.
We don't have to put it in the oven. Isn't that that's a great question. This recipe does not have to go in the oven. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. This first one goes to your teacher.
I'll go get
Ooh, now take a spoon and you deliver. Here we go. Here comes another one. You deliver that one. Take a spoon and deliver. Comes another one. Oops, I should hand it to you. Don't forget a spoon. Oh, boys and girls, you have been such a good audience and helpers. All right, now I want to make sure everybody has one.
Wait.
You guys? Everybody else got one? Okay. What do you think? All good? Great. I'm so glad you like it. Is this something you think you might be able to make at home?
Yeah.
Milk and pudding and pumpkin and spice. That's real. Oh, and don't forget about the whipped cream, right? You have to have that. Boys and girls, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.